It's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A.J. Epinesa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Allen. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route. Plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff on the option to Singletary. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Bills at 9-3 here on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. Start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Play action. It's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. And that'll be caught by Fehoko. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Ball again on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll get 34 yards there.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Paul on a give up the middle. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Paul again on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got his man, it's Fehoko. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Allen off the play fake. And this one complete. It's Fehoko. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Three yards remain for second down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 92 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Play action. Now it's Allen. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get three before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Allen going to keep it again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 30 on second down, Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go option on second down, right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of looking behind it. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They go play action now. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And here comes Berrios. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now
here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception. I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Allen. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running left, it's Hall. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition,
They got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on third down. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Again, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wilson will throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Singletary again. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Jets will take over. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And now here's another interception. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception. I just had to double check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out.
Singletary loses it. And the Jets have recovered. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumbled it right back. Helped over both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement.